So after some major technical difficulties, I finally figured out how to make Photoshop run smoothly on my OBS. I guess I have to run it as administrator for it to work. So that's a little odd, but at least I'd got it figured out. So finally I finished up the project. I didn't just wait. But this was what the client asked for. They wanted just a simple overlay for CSGO. They wanted just something nice for their webcam, and then just something little cool dealio right here. So that's what we gave them. This is the screen cap the client provided from their computer, so I can get their specs. Some people play a different. Some people like to mess with their interface. They like to change. Some games allow you to change the size of your interface, and some people have different size screens. And there's a lot of such place. I always ask for a client to send me a screen cap of their gameplay, and I work around it. So I started by making the webcam. I thought it would be the most simplest part of the project. So I always start with just a black I always start with just a black window like that, because obviously that's where the camera's gonna go. And then I added some cool little highlights to it, because that's what the customer's example had. They had some cool little highlights on it like that. So I added two just because I think it looks better than just one. And then the next part was this little hazy thing up top. Again, I added two of those as well. Again, same reason. I just think it looks better. So I added two of them up the top. It just looks more symmetrical to me. So that's why I did it. And then secondly, we did they provided the thing they wanted, this thing at the bottom. So I started with, oh, those aren't it. Made it right there. Made it a little different. Of course, I don't like copying other artists' work. I mean, it's almost identical, because that's at the end of the day I have to give what the client wants, and they wanted this. So I mean, it's almost identical. I added a little bit more of the highlight contouring up here at the, just thought it would look nicer. This is how it would look like. Oh, I also made it kind of opaque. I added a lot of opaqueness, so it wasn't just solid like it was in this guy's, how it's just black and dark and stuff. So I added, so it's like really hazy, the whole thing. I also added something that wasn't part of this guy's layout. His is really simple. As a designer, simple kind of sucks. I don't like to keep things simple too much, so I added a little, like, just another design just to add some flavor to it up here. I added a little corner piece to it. So that's a client's example, and I just added that to it. I just thought it added a nice little flavor that went with the whole project. Then the client wanted some of their own logos and stuff, so we added that to there. They wanted their their social media tag with the Twitter and Instagram logo. And then some more links they had, I guess. Client had some Facebook stuff. We just added to it. I mean, now that I look at it a second time, it's a little bright. Let's fade it just a tad on both ends. There we go. That looks a little better. That way, the only thing that's really popping out is this logo right here. And I mean, that was pretty much it. That's what they wanted. This is what they provided, and this is what I gave them. Pretty close. Like I said, I didn't try to fully copy him, because I mean, that's just the code of honor between artists and graphic designers. But like I said, at the end of the day, we are at the mercy of our clients, and he said he specifically wanted it to look exactly like this. So I made it look as close to that as possible, and then still adding my own spin to it, so just so it's not completely freaking ripped off. So there it is. It took about, well, I mean, like I said, OBS kept causing my Photoshop to just crash. So yeah, it, not counting the whole time trying to troubleshoot that, this took about, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes top, communicating with the client, waiting on answers, 20 minutes. But yeah, so if anyone else needs anything like this, depending on the work, the prices vary, but it always, stuff like this, something like simple like this would be like $10. So hit me up. Thanks for watching, you guys.